What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over my AR60 account. I started playing Genshin Impact back in version 2.4, and I recently, as of like 3 days ago, just hit AR60. And so I thought now would be the perfect time to go over my account. I am not a whale, but I have spent some money, so call it what you will. I'm a dolphin, or a little fishy. And today we're just going to be going over my account, my characters, my talent levels, my artifacts, and my weapons. I guess it's like a basic overview. My main parties, I actually set up these parties. These are the parties I typically run. I have Raiden Hyper. I have, this is supposed to be Mona. I have Ayaka Freeze. I have a Sino team. I have a Yoimiya team. I have an Ito team. I have a Hyper Bloom team. I have a Electrocharge team with Venti. I have a Zhao team. I have a Tegnati team. I have a Virgin team. This team is very flexible. I just kind of throw whatever I have. Right now it's a Virgin team. Let's take a peek at my characters first. Every character that I have at level 79 or above is fully built, meaning their talents, their artifacts, and their weapons are fully leveled to the point where I want them to be at. This took me quite a while because each of these have a dedicated artifact set specifically for them. I do not typically share artifacts. If I do, it's just transferring maybe an Electro Goblet between Sino and Fischl or something. It's not like they share the same artifact set. They rather just share one piece or two. And even so, that's not usually what I do. As you can see, I have a decent amount of 5-star characters. And I'm working right now to level up Kokomi, and then all my limited 5 stars will be at level 90. I have 36 starred the Abyss, including the 3.7 Abyss, which I think has been by far the hardest Abyss in quite some time. This Abyss was truly a doozy, but as you can see, my challenge summary, I have been 36 starring the Abyss since my last 35 star was in 2022. And I think I was in Scotland for that one, so I had like 300 plus ping playing in NA or something, and that's why I didn't get 36 stars. I was also on vacation, so I wasn't even playing Genshin that much. I was playing on my phone. My account's pretty well built. I have some pretty well invested characters. Let's take a peek over them right now. Let's start off with some constellations. I have Mona C1, Kazuha C2, Ayaka C0, Ito C1, Zhongli C2, Zhao C0, Venti C0, Sino C0, Raiden C2, Nahida C2, Ayato C0, Yelan C0, Yoimiya C0, Jean C3, Kaching C4, Tegnati C1, Kokomi C0, and Diluc C1, where's my Chi-Chi, and Chi-Chi C1. Those are all my 5 stars. I typically like to vertically invest in characters rather than spreading out my resources a bunch, but I do have a lot of 5-star characters, I would say. Most of my 4 stars are like C3 to C6. Most of the older ones, i.e. the ones I tend to use the most, those being like Kuki, Fischl, Xingqiu, Zhang Ling, stuff like that, Yunjin, Goro, Sucrose, fucking Sara, Toma, they're all C6. I have every 4-star in the game. This is something I'm actually pretty proud of, because I've gotten pretty lucky in terms of that. Let's start with characters owned. The only characters I do not have are 5-star characters. I have every single 4-star character. And that was a pain to get. And I may have gotten some constellations I didn't necessarily want, but I wanted every 4-star. I'm really excited. Right now, I'm currently saving for the Hydro Archon of Fontaine. And I don't really feel necessary. Let's look at my weapons first. I have a bunch of 5-star weapons. and a ton of 4-star weapons R5. So you can just look at here. I have a lot of signatures. Sadly, I have this, but I don't want to talk about it. A lot of 5-star weapons. My artifacts, we'll take a look at those in a second. For like materials, I have a decent amount of books, not a whole bunch, but I've been actively leveling up characters. I have about 7 mil more right now. A bunch of boss drops, just random shit. Food, don't really care about that, don't really care about that, don't really care about that. I have 25 wishes saved right now, 44 dream solvents, and a bunch of materials. So let's look at my character builds. So let's start out with Kazuha, because I think the 3 main characters that everyone should have on their account includes Kazuha, Nahida, and Yalong. They are by far the best 5 stars in the entire game, I think. It's kind of not even close, but yeah, we'll go over this in a second. My Kazuha has 971 EM. He is rocking the Freedom Sworn. He's on Viridescent. Let's check his stats. He has 154 ER. His talents are Crown Burst 8/8, Normal Attack, and Skill. And he is C2. He does his job extremely well. I really like him. He has a little too much defense right now, but I'm still working through artifacts. I hate the VV domain, and I've been just basically strongboxing it since it came out, so it's slow progress on him. My Ayaka is probably one of my best built characters. She's running 36-239 with 131 ER. And she is not even on a crit weapon. She is on Summit Shaper. Artifacts, 4 Blizzard Strayer, some notables. Let's just take a peek. There's a really good feather. My Cryo Goblet's insane. I could use work on the helm, but it's pretty good. Talents 9-9-10. Yeah, I feel like she's gotten a little worse since Dendro came. Well, not she's gotten worse, but I don't use her as much now that Dendro's come out. I just feel like in general, Cryo is kind of not been as useful in the Abyss, but she's still a really good character. My main on this account is Ito. I love Ito. It's not for everyone, but he's a lot of fun to me. He's probably my favorite character to play. Gio hasn't been in the best shape for a long time, so it's been pretty rough being an Ito main. For his weapon, I got his Redhorn Stone Thresher. Artifact for Huss, Constellation C1. He is my only Triple Crown character, and he deserves it. His stats are 93-17. I could use a bit more ER, but I'm working on it. Let's take over and look at his pieces right now. This is a pretty good circlet. It's a really good Geo Goblet. I could use work on my sands. I could use a little bit of help on this piece, and I have a pretty good flower. Zhongli, he's basically a shield bot right now. He is on, I believe, HP crit rate, because I run him on Favge. He has 40k HP, 698 talents, C2. He works. My Zhao needs help. His stats aren't the greatest. He's at 94, 167. I really need more crit damage on him. He is on Primordial Jangweed Spear. He is on 2-piece Vermilion, 2-piece Shim. His artifacts are pretty good. Nothing to scoff at, but I could use some help on the crit damage department and lose a bit of crit rate. I prefer to be at like 75, 200. That's where I prefer to be at. Z0, he's at 989 talents, and he does his job. My Venti is 57, 202, 160 ER, 61 animo damage. He is on Skyward Harp. I am running him on 4 VV. I have attack, animo, crit damage. Do I have a better crit damage? Or whatever. I really like Venti. I feel like he's underrated, considering Sumeru added a lot of Ventiable characters. He is pretty strong in Sumeru, and I feel like people don't give him the props that he deserves. His Aggravate team with him, Nahida, Fischl, and Beidou is actually fucking broken. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about that, but in CCable content, it is fucking insane. That team is insane. Let's go over Sino. My Sino is also a pretty well-built character. He's running a little on EM, but his crit stats are amazing. He's at 86, 225, 133 ER, 46 electro damage goblet. He is on Staff of Starlit Sands. His artifact set is Glad, C0, and his talents is 4, 9, 10. And just take a peek over his artifacts for a second, and you can pause if you want. I'm pretty happy where he's at. My Raiden. My Raiden is my second favorite character in the game. I love Ito and I like Raiden. It's probably Ito, Raiden, Nahida are my favorite characters. My Raiden is, her crit split is 61, 159, 190 ER. She is running Engulfing Lightning. She has Emblem 4-piece, C2, 8, 9, 10. Really like her. Let's look at my Nahida. She has 7, 10, 7. I really need to level up her normal attack and illusionary heart a bit more. She's at 771 EM with a crit split of 43, 158 with an anima damage goblet. She does her job exceptionally well. This piece is fucking insane. 117 EM as a substat. I'm sad about this one roll into def, or this piece would be fucking nuts. I wish I rolled into crit or EM that one last time. It'd be my favorite, probably one of my better pieces in the entire game. I need Dendro Goblets. Dendro Goblets are fucking cucking me right now. I've been farming for so long to get good Dendro Goblets. I still do not have a good Dendro Goblet. This is a fine EM Sands. This is a really good, like, 49 crit value Feather. And a pretty good Flower. There's a decent amount of EM, I'm sure. We'll find something better eventually, but I'm not too stressed about it. She does her job well. Great support. Take a quick peek at my Traveler. He's on Favge, I believe. I run EM or Dendro Traveler, you know, basic talents. She was really good when Dendro first came out. Right now, she's basically burst support. Really not crazy crit stats, but she's meant to just apply Dendro in those teams, or I need her. Ayato. I think Ayato is a severely underrated character. I really love him. People undervalue his versatility and utility that it provides. Hydro is such a good element. He applies a lot of Hydro. His burst and the funding of 40 energy from one of his talents is really useful in helping his ER needs and allowing him to apply a lot of Hydro, which is especially good in Hyper Bloom teams. My favorite team in the Abyss probably is his Hyper Bloom team with him, Nahida, and Kuki as the core. I usually run Yelan as his secondary Hydro in that team. It's a very good team. My Yelan, she's at 37,000, almost 38,000, or 37,500 HP. Her crit split is 75, 171, 187 ER. She is on Favge. She has 4-piece Emblem. C0, 2, 8, 10 is her talents. Really like Yelan. Let's take a peek at my Yoimiya. My Yoimiya is pretty well built. She's at 72, 248, 123 ER. She's on Thundering Pulse with 4-piece Shimenawa, Constellation 0, and talents 10, 9, 8. I love Yoimiya. She's so cute. She's one of the funnest characters to play. I don't care what people say. She's really, really fun. Here's my Kuki. My Kuki's pretty well built. There's a lot of EM. And while it might not look impressive when you take a peek at her stats like this, when we take a peek at her artifacts, I believe I have a really, really well-built Kuki. If we just take a peek here, we have 58 EM, which is okay. Here we have 63 EM with 13% HP. Here we have 16 ER with 15% HP on an EM Sands. Here we have 18% HP on an EM Goblet. And here we have 21% HP on an EM Helmet. This makes her healing extremely good, despite being on full EM, which I think people undervalue. She is running this. When I'm not using Kazuha, I switch her to Freedom Sworn. But right now, she is sitting on Tokubushi, or whatever the fuck this umbrella weapon's called. My Fischl. Take a peek at my Fischl for a second. 1700 attack, almost 300 EM, 59, 141, 110 ER. She is on the Stringless, and she is on 4-piece Thundering Fury with 112, 8 talents. Fischl is super good. Her A4 is amazing. She can't get enough praise. She's better than most of the 5 stars. She is an incredible character. People should really, really build her and really, really invest into her. I feel like she's one of the characters that's definitely worth it. Along with Fischl, Xingqiu is another character which I believe everyone should have. Everyone should be invested, but he is no longer some hidden secret. Everyone pretty knows to build Xingqiu. He's fucking nuts. He has 60, 148, 182 ER. He is running Sack Sword, 4-piece emblem, C6, Crown Burst, decently high talents. Bennett, I have C5, Crown Burst, 4-piece Noblesse. He's running Skyward Blade. He is pretty much just there to provide his broken attack boost. He has a lot of ER. Kind of an insane amount of ER, 286 ER. This could be his pieces. This has 18 ER. This has 21 ER. This has his ER Sands. This has crit and HP, and this one has 13 ER. He is basically a burst support, very, very good. Along with him, Zhang Ling, 51, 149, 188. It's a little bit low for crit rate, but she is running the catch, which gives you 12 crit rate. Artifacts, 4-piece emblem, Concentration 6, Crown Burst, Zhang Ling, Oppa. She's fucking broken. She is 100 times better than Luke, and she's the reason I don't run Luke or pretty much any other pyro DPS besides maybe Yoimiya. She just fucking does stupid amounts of damage, frankly. My Jean, she's kind of there. I'm waiting to get C4 so I can run her a little more effectively in a over Vape team or a Zhao team. Sunfire Jean's really fun to play. I like it. This Abyss is actually particularly good. She's just running some crit, EM attack, and healing bonus. Nothing crazy. Constellation 3. Some decently high burst. Kaching. I need to build my Kaching better. I need probably a weapon for her to really see her shine. 2-piece Gilded, 2-piece Paradise Lost. Basically, they just had these decently good leftover pieces from other builds, so I just throw them on Kaching. She does her job pretty well. C4. I need to level up her talents, and level up her to 90, but I'll get around to it eventually. Tegnati is... I really like Tegnati. I feel like people underplay his value. He is just a worse Al-Haytham, pretty much, but he's pretty fun in quick-swap teams, so I'll give him a pass. He's at 74, 185. Excuse me. And, yeah, he's pretty decently built. I have his C1, which I believe gives him 15 crit rate or something. I believe it's 15 crit rate. Yeah, 15 crit rate, so he's almost at 100% crit rate with 180 crit damage, 185 crit damage. Artifacts, 4-piece Wanderer. We can take a peek at his artifacts. It's a decent piece. It's a pretty good piece. It's a really good piece. It's a pretty good piece. This is a pretty good piece. So he's pretty well built. I really like playing Tegnati. I should level him. The characters I'm working on right now, leveling is Kaching, Tegnati, and Kokomi, who we'll cover next. Kokomi is really fun to play. I really like her in Taser teams. I know it's weird, but I don't know. I just find her fun to play. She's a fish. I have Everlasting Moonglow. This weapon sucks. Please do not pull for it, but it looks good, so I have it. 4-piece Ocean Hood Clam. C0. 787. With a decent amount of ER, 160 ER. She does her job. Let's look at Jin, 2000 defense. Goro, they're both C6. They work as viable supports. Sucrose, Sack Frags, 4-piece VV, maxed out EM, she does her job. Kaya, he's on a pretty shitty crit split, but I can't be fucked and bothered to upgrade him. I use him sometimes, and I'm not a huge Kaya player, so. Sara, her crit rate is a little low, but she functions in my hyper riding team. My Beidou, I like Beidou a lot. R5 Serpent Spine. Her crit split's okay. 84, 120, 195. C0, 4-piece Emblem. She's chilling. Yao Yao. I feel like people sleep on Yao Yao a lot. She's really, really good as a defensive option in Dendro teams. I just stacked, I think, as much HP on her as I possibly could. This has a decent amount of EM, a lot of ER. This HP healing bonus. She does her job. She has C3, Probably level up her talent a little more, but she's chilling. Toma is another character I really like for Virgin teams. Dragon's Bane, 674 EM. How much HP does he have? He's like almost 20k, but I need to 90 him eventually. He's on EM, HP, ER, attack, and HP. 2-piece emblem, 2-piece gilded. He's okay. I could improve his build eventually. All the rest of my characters I sometimes use, like Kirara, just to get around the open world, but I have not built them to the extent where I feel like showing them. A lot of them are under leveled, and so pretty much this is the Toma is the cutoff point of characters that I've built. Oh, I forgot to show you my Diana. 24k HP, 32, 177 ER. She does her job. Sack. 2-piece. Mona, I didn't show either. 4-piece Noblesse. She's on TTTS for this freeze team. 56, 112, 1214 ER with 89% hydro damage bonus. She does her job. C1, decent talents. She's just a Kokomi side grade, so I don't really feel like that invested in building her. Let's take a peek at my artifacts. I have a bunch of artifacts I'm not using, but I think I've shown off most of my good artifacts. I have some in the works leveling. And I finally hit AR60, so I just wanted to show off my account. Let's see maybe where it is a year from now. Hopefully Fontaine has a lot of good characters that I enjoy playing. As of right now, I'm pretty bored. Basically do commissions, burn resin, and then just stop playing. But I thought I'd show off my account. Thanks for watching, YouTube, and I'll catch you next time.